Hey there, welcome to another episode of Mundane Designs. I'm your host Mundane. This video is part of my favorite series, and today we're going to be talking about things in the game room that are not video games. So I'll be the first to admit that I didn't get this idea on my own. I actually got it from Scott and Jen. They recently went around their game room and talked about some other favorite things and stuff, and they skipped over pretty much like all of the video games and stuff. Although, Jen, I'm a little bit disappointed that you didn't mention the Hot Shots golf cover that I'd done for you, but you know, that's fine. That's fine. So I wanted to talk about a few things that are some of my favorites, just things that are just in the game room. And you know, we'll start off simple as of all things, an AV switch. Now, I know that sounds very silly. Like, how can an AV switch be one of your favorite things? Well, there's a story behind it, much like almost everything here. I had an old Pelican AV switch where a bunch of the light covers had gotten pretty scratched up and damaged and stuff, and they needed to be repaired. So I discovered that if you take the brackets off of the, if you take it out of the system and you take a knife and very carefully scratch at it, you'll scratch all of the paint off. Well, my wife is very talented and has a vinyl cut machine. So what she did was took black vinyl and did a negative cut where the light comes through of the different systems, and specifically in the font of that system. So mine is 100% custom. And if you visited my webpage, you've seen the video, but we'll go ahead and insert it here. Now, that's really neat, and I absolutely love everything that my wife has specifically made for me, and it's just something that I love. I love when things are made, kind of handmade, but still enough of like a quality that it's a professional style. Speaking of things that are handmade, another one of my favorite things in my game room is a painting. And yes, it is the painting that you made, Jen. It's from Grandia, which is my favorite RPG of all time. There's a video there was a live stream of me opening it so that Scott and Jen could see my live reaction to opening up and seeing this painting. I was unbelievably floored. One of the other things is very uncommon. Not a lot of people have these or even know that they exist. I use the Game Eye app, and every once in a while, although I haven't seen him do it lately, the creator of the Game Eye app runs a competition. And sometimes you can win things like DVD movies or games or, things that he basically purchased to make the app better. And he needed examples of things, and then he doesn't have room to keep these examples, so he just gives them away. When he does that, you also get a pen. And I won, and I got one of the metallic pens, and it goes around with me on my convention bag, because not a lot of people have it. It's one of those things where people look at it and they think they recognize it for some reason, and they can't put their finger on it. And when they ask me about it, I get to smile and tell them the whole story. Speaking of unique items, I got some video game dust sleeves. I got a really cool one from Josh with Drinking and Games with Josh. And it's 3D, it's really cool looking, and yeah, Here's a picture of it. Speaking of dust sleeves, I actually have one of the rarest YouTuber dust sleeves that is almost impossible to get. It's from RNG Gamer. Me and Jamie are friends. We had this really wild tale about how we literally grew up 5 minutes away from each other, and we didn't meet until in person, or even knew about each other until Siege 2023. I knew about Jamie because I watched his channel and I really liked everything that he did. That he did. Wow, I'm not able to talk too much. And I just enjoyed everything about his channel. Well, turns out that we grew up pretty much in the same metropolitan area, within 5 or 6 minutes of driving distance between us, pretty much all of our lives, which was very crazy. And now I have one of his video game dust sleeves. I've been invited to his home multiple times to just hang out and play games. I've helped him with some camera work. I helped him with a LAN party experiment when he needed to be able to play Steel Battalion using the Eon Xbox to HDMI adapter that has the 4-port hub in it. Oh no, it's a switch, not a hub. You technology people, you'll get that. So yeah, I've got his dust sleeve, and it's beautiful. I absolutely love having it. Another one of my favorite things is board games, and very specifically, I like Lego board games. I like the idea of like building it and maybe even changing some of the layout and having the game being a little bit on the adaptive side. But my absolute favorite is Lego Heroica. It just reminds me of like kind of a Hero Quest kind of vibe where you're running through, killing monsters, trying to get to the other side, trying to survive. You have hit points, you have potions, you know, various other things like that. And it's a blast. I've only been able to play it a handful of times, but I'm basically down to play it anytime. Another thing that I absolutely love in my game room that is not games are my movies. When I was in high school, I worked for Blockbuster Video. I didn't really go high in the ranks or anything like that. I was just your basic CSR. And I did it from, I want to say 1996 until about 1999 or so. So I stayed there for about 3 years, and I had a blast, and it was a lot of fun. And I got to watch a ton of movies. I learned how to appreciate movies, what was good, what was bad, you know, what had a cult following, what didn't. And it just kind of stuck with me. I don't know why I was really just attracted to working there, other than just I thought, hey, I could get free rentals as a bonus, and I can make a little money on the side too. And they were willing to work with me on, you know, being in the band and not being available on Friday nights because I was at the games playing and stuff like that. And it worked out really well. And I do miss having Blockbuster, at least in my life. I wish that it would come back. But I know that the world has changed. But again, I would absolutely just never ever trade that for anything. And because of that, my movies are one of my favorite things in the game room. So let's go back to art. I have some wall art, and my best friend since high school, Cinshadis, got it for me because he knew that it was just something that I would enjoy. And he specifically got me a piece of wall art that is from Cyberpunk 2077. It's the one from Displates that has the forearms, and I'll put up a picture of it. And he got it for me because he knew how much the game means to me, how it helped me. He knows for a long time that I had a crippling fear of death and dying and funerals because of that, and how the game has helped me through it. So again, to celebrate that and to celebrate our friendship, he bought me that piece. Cinshadis knows me very well, and he's gotten me several things. He got me a cowbell from MagFest. Now, I used to play drums, and so like the little ringing cowbell is kind of fun and a nod back to me playing drums and stuff. And MagFest is this music video game convention that is near where he can drive, close enough to where he can drive to it. One day I really do hope to be able to go there. In fact, I have a video that says, "What is MagFest?" And I think it's the second video I created. But, so, you know, that's a nod to our past. We were both in the band, and he played not drums, and I played drums. Sorry, I'm just not going to give away anything about him. He has asked to remain somewhat anonymous online. And then another thing that I absolutely loved growing up was Transformers. And it was just something iconic for me. So of course, Cinshadis got me I believe it's Legendary Icons Megatron helmet. And it talks when you actually press the button under the chin. And it's a lot of fun. The eyes light up, and it's just kind of nice to be able to like look up and just see a Megatron head that is in really great detail and stuff. So like, again, just absolutely things that I love. But that's about it. I could go on about many other things, like my music CDs, my computer that I built for myself, you know, my stereo system, my Laserdisc player. I mean, there's tons of things I could go on about, but those are just the things I wanted to touch on. Let me know if there's anything in your game room that is not a video game that kind of sticks out in your mind. Just pick one out and leave it in the comments below. That's it. You know, we'll cut it off there, and you guys have a great day.
And that's it for this episode of Mondane Designs. I'm your host, Mondane, and I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. I have videos on the 1st and 15th of every month, and I look forward to sharing them with you. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.